Caught up in my tape. Caught up in my tape. Don't care what you said to me, I'ma bite your feelings out. And I can leave the party without ever letting you know. Without ever letting you know. Rufus, boy, let me love, boy, what you know. Rufus, boy, let me love.
Hey guys, it's Sukina. So today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to be talking about the coronavirus. And I'm going to be giving some tips and just things that you can do to protect yourself and your family and loved ones. And yeah, but before I start, I want to make a little brief introduction about the virus. And so what is this coronavirus? So what is this coronavirus? Well, coronavirus or coronaviruses are a large family of viruses that can cause sickness or even death to both humans and animals. And those viruses are like special mutations that are on top of the virus, and it looks like crowns. And the official name of the virus is coronavirus T19. So this is like the name that they gave to this virus. And the name of the specific virus is SARS-CoV-2 or SARS-2. It's been reported about the virus for the first time in Wuhan, China, December 2019, and by the end of February 2020, 50 countries have been affected by the virus. So, is this virus contagious? The answer is unfortunately yes, it is. And how it can be transmitted. The virus can be transmitted throughout droplets, which are like when someone that the virus sneezes in the air and someone is like next to that person can like get the virus from like the cough or like the sneeze, touching that person or like touching somewhere that person was in. That's how the virus can be transmitted. It can also be transmitted when someone touches like an area that has the coronavirus, like a surface of something, or and then that person touches like eyes or nose or mouth, basically just like face or like any face area. It can be transmitted like that too. And also like coughing. If someone was like near someone and that person sneezes and that person kind of breathed that air, it can get the virus from that. And also yeah, that's how the virus can be transmitted, also from like touching areas that the person who has the virus have been in. It says that the virus has been found in blood too, which opens a lot of like questions and like, is like there any other ways that this virus can be transmitted, which is scary. So according to JAMA magazine, the incubation period, which is the period between exposure to an infection and the appearance of the first symptoms, is confirmed yet, but it says it can be 14 days. But some research on people who has the virus have shown that the incubation period can last 24 days. That's scary and that's not okay. So yeah, so is the coronavirus lives on surfaces? According to Del Rio from Emory's University, he says that yeah, the virus lives in like surfaces or like on places. What they know about the virus is that it wants to stay. It fights to survive, which is not a good thing, obviously. So where does this virus came from? It says that the virus came from animals, and it believes that it's been caused by seafood marketing in Wuhan that also sells wild animals. So this is like the source of the virus. So what are the symptoms? The symptoms are dry cough, problems in breathing, tiredness, sickness, headaches. These symptoms are all like we can say normal or like simple, but it can be really dangerous and cause some really serious health problems. Now, if you have these symptoms, don't freak out, don't panic. It's not going to be like, oh, I have a headache, coronavirus. No, of course, go for a checkup. Of course, don't be like, just be aware of that. You need to like know what's going on, especially if you're someone who travels a lot, and if you're always on airplanes, if you're like always like traveling, going like from like going like from different places. So because because most cases or people who has the virus have catch it in like airplanes and places like that, or like crowded places. So go for a checkup as fast as you can. So is there any treatment for this virus? Right now, currently, as I'm filming this, there is no treatment yet, but we're hoping that they find something that they can use to like help people. So yeah, there's no treatment right now, but they're doing the research, so they're gonna end up with a treatment. So yeah, as for now, there are no treatments. Are those blue face masks useful? Those blue face masks are not quite helpful. Face masks that actually fully protect you from the virus is named the respiratory machine N95. This face mask fully protects you from the coronavirus. It's a lot thicker than the blue ones, but it's really hard to wear, and it needs to be worn in a specific way around the nose, mouth, and jaw area. And people take sessions like for years to learn how to wear that mask, so it's not easy to wear, and it can cause problems in breathing that can lead to a serious health problem. So this face mask is really hard to wear. What should I do? The face mask that is recommended right now is KF94, which is better than the blue one, and it has filters. It can protect you, and it's better than the blue ones. Go buy this one. I'm gonna insert a picture of the KF94 if you can buy it. But if you can't buy this one, or you only can like use the blue ones, I would recommend just use them and clean your hands repeatedly, and don't use it like for too long. Again, just clean your hands repeatedly. Now that we had an overall idea about the virus, let's run into the tips. Tip number 1 is always wash your hands. Always wash your hands if you come back from school or work. Before you do anything, before you touch anything, make sure them hands are clean, okay? Tip number 2 is distant. So yeah, always keep a distance between you and someone else. It's not has to be like someone who's coughing or like sneezing, just like anyone, because as I said before, the incubation period can last for like 14 days, 24 days, we still don't know. So stay safe and just like keep a distance between you and anyone. Number 3 is to avoid touching your eyes, nose, or mouth as much as you can. Just try to avoid touching your face in general. Try to be aware and just like think, and before you touch your eyes, make sure your hands are clean, or even if you just try to avoid that. Number 4 is for girls who wear makeup, and for boys, if you're a boy and you wear makeup too, this tip is for you. Wash your brushes. You just have to be careful, please. Keep it personal, keep your makeup for you only, not because the virus is also pimples. If like two people or like different people are using the same makeup, it can cause pimples. So keep your and tip number 5. So this is something that I do. I learned this since primary school, and I always do it. So if I have a cold or a flu, I always like when I'm sneezing, I always go inside here. I don't even remember a time that I had a cold and I transmit it to my friends, or if I had a cold and my friend has cold too. So I'll do that. It works. But as soon as you go home, take off your clothes and wash them. It's a temporary solution. It's way better than sneezing at the air and just like throwing germs and bacteria and whatever there for someone else to catch it or to breathe it. So use that. It's also better than sneezing in your hands. I think sneezing in hands is the most, just it's not okay, it's not acceptable to sneeze in your hands, because you're touching places. So I get annoyed when I feel like my hands are not clean, or if I touched a doorknob or like somewhere, I just don't feel comfortable, and I just like to clean my hands. So I do this because you always have to like open a door or something. So I kind of like stopped using this part of my hand. not this part. I know it's crazy, I know it's weird. I always turn on the lights or turn off the lights like I'm like knocking, and I got used to it to the point where I'm like, it's so normal. It's kind of weird for me to like turn on the lights this way. So do that. I know it might seem in like public places and you're like trying to open a door and you're like that, but just like it's helpful. So yeah, always go for this part. Number 7 is about money. We all use money. We all like exchange money, get something, and then get the money back. So use your credit card more than like money, like papers, because you just never know. That piece of paper can come from like another city, like it have been touched by like millions of people before it got to you. And we say it in Morocco, we say like money is the, how am I gonna like put it in a gun? Money is like life's dirt, like, so, I don't even, it's like a lot of people have touched that money. Like you go for a supermarket, that person touch it, you touch it, like because it is dirty, like anyone can touch it, you know, there are like just a lot of germs in that piece of paper. So it's better not to use money for now. Be good, and avoid money, at least for now. So yeah, and if you don't have one, just hop in the bank and be like, hey, give me a credit card and I'll give it to you. Number 8 contains onion. Now this might sound weird, or I don't know, but I'm just gonna tell you like a little backup story before I'll tell you like what is the onion for. So basically, like a virus have killed like a lot of people, like, and several families, except for one family that didn't get anything, like they were fine. So the police and doctors went to that family and were like, how come everyone dies at this street except for you, like the family? And the mom said to them that she used onion. She took an onion and she cut it into 2 halves and she put it in her children's room, her room, kitchen, basically everywhere. And the doctors took that onion and they took it to lab to analyze it, and they found that the onion sucked the virus. They found like the virus inside of the onion, which is crazy. Now you might not believe this. I thought about sharing it with you because I've seen it somewhere, but I do want to talk about onions and garlic. Garlic is a common cure cough or fever or cold. So this recipe can help you, can help your immune system, because immune system is important, because this coronavirus attacks people with weak immune system. So if you know someone that has a weak immune system, if you have a weak immune system, or if you just want to help your immune system, do this recipe. It's really easy. It has like 3 ingredients, that's all, and it can really protect you. And as we know, like garlic and onions, they can get rid of like toxic things or like germs, bacteria, anything. So you take an onion, 1 onion and 4 pieces of garlic, and you cut the onion. It doesn't matter, like cut it just like however you want, because you're gonna put it in a blender with the garlic. And then you take a cup of olive oil. So this is all you need: a garlic, 4 garlics, and 1 onion, and a cup of olive oil. So you put those like 3 ingredients in a blender and just like mix that until you get a thick texture, and you just leave that in your fridge. And you, like, after you take breakfast, use like get a spoon of that and like have it. It can help protect your immune system, and it can help also like if you're like gonna have like a cold or flu, it's just gonna get rid of that and get rid of any germs or bacteria. Now, but make sure the onion that you're using is fresh, is new, is not something. And also the garlic, make sure it's like new. If you had it and if you start having like headaches or pain, or just like you're just not okay, just stop having it immediately. And it's a really good one because it just can really protect you from the virus. I hope people who are in like pharmacy fields do not watch this, because they're not gonna like me for that, because you know they need their medicine to be bad, right? I guess. But it's a really good recipe in like cold, flu, and it can really protect you from the coronavirus. So go make it. It's super easy. 3 ingredients. And 9 is to gargle, is to use water and salt and do the action like gargle with it before you go out from your house, or just like do it repeatedly throughout the day. Why salt and water? Because salt water can help get rid of the mucus and get rid of like any germs or bacteria you have in your throat. So do that. Tip number 10 is to gargle again using pyridine. Disclaimer, do not use the one that we use in injuries, or like if someone falls and then you use that. No, that's not the pyridine I'm telling you about. Use the one that is specifically for your mouth, for like the mouth. It's in pharmacies, so just like go and ask them and they'll give it to you. And gargle with it. It also can help. Not the normal ones, please, like the ones that are specifically for the mouth. The next tip contains garlic again, but only garlic and water. Use garlics and you just have them and then like have water, because garlic is a common thing people use to cure cold or just like fever, and people use it with lemon and honey. But please make sure the onion that you're gonna have is fresh and new, and just, you know, not like old, or like not some, you know, old garlic that's been there in your kitchen. And also, and if you did have it, all of a sudden you start having headaches and pain or fever, please stop using it immediately. This means that your body is not adjust to it or has an issue with it, so stop using that immediately. And please, and also pregnant women, something that you can have. So yeah. Last tip is to use curcum. If you don't know what curcum is, I'm gonna insert a picture of it over here. This we use it in like cooking or seasoning. And do the action again of like gargling, because it says that curcum can cure problems in the digestive system, liver problems, pain, pneumonia. And some recent research have shown that curcum has antioxidant in it. So yeah, use that again, as I said, just like with water, and drink curcum and water. You're safe to do that, because if you try to protect yourself from like those like simple symptoms that are like the beginning of coronavirus, you'll be fine. So like use those. Again, these last few ones are recommended by doctors. It's not just me telling you, so you're safe to use them. But as I said before, we're always gonna go back to the golden tip, is to clean your hands. Make sure, be aware of the fact that your hands should be clean. Like, don't forget about it. Use the hand sanitizer. Just make sure your hands are clean, because this is like, you know, this is like the main thing that can transmit the virus. Like when you touch it somewhere and then you touch your hands. But even if you were somewhere and you touched that place or like a surface that has the virus, if you cleaned your hands, you're gonna be fine, because the virus, you know, it can be killed using like, you know, alcohol and just like you know, just like cleaning products like soaps and stuff. So that's a good thing, and we should focus on that and always clean our hands. So yeah. And even though the virus have been spread in a really dangerous and creepy way, don't be scared, because people who have been cured from the virus are a lot more than people who have been died. And do that recipe, try it, and also if you had like problems or something, stop using it. But it really helps, because most of the people who has the coronavirus were really sick, or has a really weak immune system, and or they were already with like a really serious health problems like cancer or heart disease. And yeah, so if you help your immune system, that would be great, because coronavirus tend to like attack people with weak human system. Yeah, if you try to just like help your immune system, work out, fruit, wash your fruits, wash your hands, and keep track of the virus. Just keep track of what's going on, like how many people have cured, how many people have died, countries, all of that. You can find all of that in official website of the World Health Organization, and I'm gonna like put the recipe too there if you wanna see it. And yeah, this is all for today's video, and please don't be rude. This is like my last tip. Don't be rude trying to protect yourself, and just try to be nice doing that. Don't be like rude, or don't be like, you know, putting attention on that. Just like, you know, keep it distant, be like chilling, like it's fine, because it's more of like protecting each other. So try to be nice, please, doing that. Don't be rude. And periods like this is where we show each other power and just like strength, and not be rude, like, because we're all at this planet as a one family. Even families have like conflicts and like arguments and just like not getting along, but they never wish bad for each other's. So this is what we should be right now, because it's a world issue. It's where we should be showing each other that we're one, like despite like the conflicts or whatever is going on between countries, we're all one. And we should be kind doing that, and just like help as much as we can, and hopefully this virus will disappear. And this is all. Please be kind, please be nice, don't be rude. Because also like just mental health can either help getting better or getting worse, so always be kind doing that, please. And this is all for today's video. I hope you find it informative and helpful, and yeah, this is all. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay safe and wash your hands. Like, be aware of the fact that you need to wash your hands. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and see you guys in my next video. Bye. Pillows, and I'm still like, okay, let me just like get you guys closer, and then we're gonna do this. Hello. So yeah, we're just gonna see right now. Oh shoot, I'm like, I'm on top of the world. No, I'm not. Anyway, not yet, but I wanna be comfy. I wanna like, if you guys saw like how I'm looking right now, it's so too much pillows. No, like it would be like fine. So much, yeah, and I don't know why I'm like singing this song so many times. Yeah, this is better. This is okay. Yeah, okay, I think it looks and this and the name of the specific virus that caused brief introduction about the virus. What is it like? So what is this coronavirus? Gosh, oh my god. So what is this coronavirus? Well, coronavirus, this is not acceptable. Like I really can't film like it. There's like a lot of noise also going on outside, and like with the laundry going on over there. You're probably gonna click this video out, so like I'm just gonna stay and just like wait until the noise is over. Then I'm gonna
6.5 hours later.
I'm thinking about like going and like just film, but like I can't because it's not professional. The fuck? And I'm being serious. It's not like something about me, or like I don't get, you know. It's like I'm being serious here. I'm like really, I don't want my advice to be taken for granted because they're really helpful.
My God! Wow!
I'm just like, because some of them are like from the World Health Organization. Some of them that I found out through them are mine. It's just like I can't wait to tell you mine. They're really really good. Like I think so. I think you're probably gonna think they're dumb, but I'm pretty sure they're really nice. They worked for me. Not just like it's like it has to do with like having cold or something. Like it works. So I do think that it's gonna work in this coronavirus. Like damn. Stop. I know the incubation period of the virus, that is like 14 days or maybe 24 days. Wow, that's crazy. That's wild. Anyways, but the laundry machine is more than that. Like it's been. I think I found a coronavirus. This laundry machines does not want to stop. Like. I was like, it's fine. Like, it's like just a little noise of like the. Shut up. That's good. Jeez. Anyways,